You're at the checkout, your heart is pounding. The cashier is scanning your stuff. That expensive coffee, eggs, your phone bill, and a candle you just couldn't resist. You grab your wallet and then you freeze. Cash or credit? It seems like a tiny decision, but if you choose wrong, you could be lighting thousands of dollars on fire, or even worse, trapping yourself in a debt black hole you can never escape. Do not click away. By the end of this video, you will know the secret to picking the right one every single time. And I promise you, the answer is going to shock you. Most people think this is just about what's easier. You've got Team Credit, who are obsessed with points and think they're hacking the system. Then you have Team Cash, who swear paper money is the only way to not go completely broke. And here's the crazy part. They're both kind of right, but they're missing the biggest piece of the puzzle. Get ready for this. Researchers at MIT ran a secret study, and what they found is insane. People spend up to 83% more when they use a credit card instead of cash. 83%. On a normal $60 grocery trip, that's an extra $50 you didn't plan to spend just because you swiped plastic. It's crazy how fake money feels. But then, credit card companies dangle that sweet 2% cashback reward in your face. It sounds like free money, right? But if you carry a balance at a 20% APR, you're not getting a reward. You're literally paying for the bank CEO's next private jet. That 2% gets completely destroyed by interest, and you end up losing money. This isn't just a battle in your wallet. It's a war in your brain. Let's talk about cash. It is the ultimate cheat code for self-control. Imagine you take out $200 for the week. That is your limit. When that last bill is gone, your spending stops. No overdraft fees, no late night, you have credit available temptations, and zero anxiety about due dates. There's actually a scientific reason for this. It's called the pain of paying. When you hand over real money, it literally activates the same part of your brain as when you touch a hot stove. That little sting of pain is insanely good at keeping you from overspending. Dave Ramsey's team studied over 1,000 families who tried the envelope system. The results were crazy. The average family cut their food spending by 12–18% without using a single coupon. That's real money. If you have no idea where your paycheck goes every month, cash is the shock collar you need. It gives you instant feedback and makes you feel every single dollar you spend. It forces you to pay attention. Now, let's talk about the craziest financial tool ever invented. Credit cards. A credit card, used correctly, is a financial superpower. Think about it. See a charge you don't recognize? You report it, and the money is frozen. It's safe. You're not losing a single penny. Need to rent a car? Your credit card probably comes with free insurance, saving you hundreds of dollars. And then there are the rewards. This is where you can literally print money. A simple 2% cashback card on $1,500 of monthly spending is $30 a month or $360 a year for free. That's money you get for buying stuff you were already going to buy. Add a sign-up bonus like spend $3,000, get $500 back, and suddenly you're flying to Cancun for free just for buying groceries. It's not magic, it's a life hack. Plus, your payment history is 35% of your FICO score. Using a card responsibly today can save you tens of thousands of dollars on a future mortgage. But I'm serious, the key word is responsible. Because if you carry a balance, you unleash a monster of compound interest that will eat every reward you ever dreamed of. For years, nobody cared about debit cards. They weren't as cool as credit or as real as cash. But Gen Z brought them back, and for good reason. You get the convenience of a card without the terrifying risk of going into debt. No giant wad of cash, plus you can Venmo your friends instantly. It sounds perfect, right? Wrong. Here's the terrifying part. Debit pulls money directly from your bank account. If a scammer puts a skimmer on a gas pump, they could drain your entire savings in seconds. Your rent money, your food money, gone. And while banks have to give it back, it can take 10 days or longer. Imagine having $0 for 10 days. Credit cards legally cap your fraud liability at just $50, and most cards have a zero liability policy. You lose nothing. Debit is okay if you treat it like a digital envelope, only putting in what you plan to spend. And for the love of God, turn off overdraft protection. It's a scam. That way, if you don't have the money, the card just gets declined instead of hitting you with a massive $35 fee. Okay, quick challenge. Pause the video and pick the sentence that is 100% you. Be honest. A. If I can't see the money, I will literally spend my entire rent on impulse buys and bubble tea. B. I am a human spreadsheet. I check my net worth for fun, and I will do anything to get 2% cash back. C. I want to use a card, but the idea of debt gives me a panic attack. Debit just feels safer. Got your answer? If you picked A, you need to be on Team Cash. That friction is your superpower. If you picked B, congratulations. You were born to play the rewards game. Get a premium credit card and set up autopay right now. If C was your answer, debit is your best friend for everyday stuff. But get a no-fee credit card for big purchases like flights and hotels, just for the insane fraud protection. It's that simple. Know yourself. Win the game. All right, listen up. This is the secret pro gamer move that the rich don't tell you about. It's the ultimate financial life hack. Here's how it works. You use cash for all your random spending, groceries, going out, and those Target trips where you accidentally buy the whole store. You take out a set amount every week, and when it's gone, it's gone. Then, for all your fixed bills, your phone, Netflix, gym, utilities, you put them on a 2% cashback credit card, and you set that card to auto-pay the full balance every month. What happens? You get the pain of paying to stop your impulse spending, and you get hundreds of dollars in free money from your bills. It's genius. I did this myself last year. The cash system kept my food budget under control for the first time ever. Meanwhile, the credit card gave me $412 in free cash, which I put straight into savings. I paid zero interest and got max rewards. This is how you win. Picture this. You're on the subway. You look down, and your wallet is gone, vanished. What happens next is terrifying. If you had $120 in cash in there, that money is gone forever. You just lost $120. There is nothing you can do. Now, what if your credit card was in that wallet? One tap on your phone, and the card is locked. The money in your bank account was never touched. Federal law is super clear. With cash, you lose everything. With a credit card, the bank eats the loss. You are liable for a maximum of $50, and with most cards, you're liable for $0. Debit is the scary middle ground. You'll get your money back, eventually. But your cash could be frozen for weeks. So if you're traveling or shopping on a sketchy website, using a credit card is the only smart move. It's not about convenience. It's about protecting your money. Cash is simple. A dollar is a dollar. But credit cards are a minefield of hidden fees designed to steal your money. We're talking annual fees, late fees, cash advance fees, foreign transaction fees. It's an absolute nightmare if you're not paying attention. This is why you need to read the Schumer box before you apply for any card. It lays out all the traps in plain English. The good news is there are amazing credit cards with zero annual fees and zero foreign transaction fees. Find them. Use them. Never pay a fee if you don't have to. And listen to me. One late payment can destroy your credit score for years. That's why autopay isn't a suggestion. It's a commandment. Set up automatic payments for your due dates. Don't let a tiny mistake cost you thousands. Want a 5-second hack to get a nearly perfect credit score? It's so simple, it's stupid. If your credit limit is $5,000, the golden rule is to never have a balance of more than 10% or $500 when your statement closes. But wait, I spend $1,500 a month. Don't panic. Here's the secret. Before your statement date, just pay off $1,000. The bank will then report a tiny $500 balance to the credit bureaus. This signals that you're an extremely responsible borrower. A high credit score can be the difference between a 3% mortgage and a 7% mortgage. Over 30 years, that is literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket, not the bank's. This tiny habit has a massive payoff. Okay, are you new to budgeting and totally overwhelmed? Here is your 30-day challenge. Step 1. For the next 30 days, you can only use cash in envelopes. I dare you. This will retrain your brain and prove you can control your spending. Once you crush that challenge, you've unlocked level 2. Get a no annual fee rewards card. Use it only for gas or Netflix and pay it off in full every week. After 6 months of perfect payments, you've earned an upgrade. Now you can apply for an insane rewards card because you've proven you can handle it. When you get the new card, do not close the old one. Keeping old accounts open makes your credit score go way up. Now, if you've ever had debt problems, I want you to go on a credit fast. You are banned from credit cards until you have 12 straight months of saving money. Only get back in the game when you need a top-tier credit score to buy a house or start a business. This is about winning long-term. Cash has a built-in safety feature. When you run out, you have to physically go to an ATM. That little bit of effort gives you time to ask yourself, do I really need this? Credit cards let you click Buy Now at 1 a.m. with zero thought. It's dangerously easy. To beat this, you need to use my 48-hour rule. It's a super simple trick to save thousands. Anything you want to buy that costs over $20, you don't buy it. You write it down on a list, and you wait 2 full days. I promise you, 90% of the time, you'll realize you never actually wanted it. That impulse will disappear. This psychological trick puts you back in control of your money. Let's do some fast math on rewards, because it's simpler than you think, and the numbers are huge. Say you spend $200 a month on a 1.5% cashback card. That's $216 a year in free money. If you upgrade to a 2% card, that's $288 a year. Not bad. But here's where you can make bank. Add a sign-up bonus. Many cards give you an extra $200 just for spending $500 in the first 3 months. Suddenly, your first year haul is $280 plus that $200 bonus for a total of $488. That's almost a free plane ticket. But, and this is a giant but, if you miss one payment, you get a $25 late fee. If you're carrying a balance, you're paying interest. That one mistake can wipe out all your rewards. The rewards game is only for people who pay their balance in full every single month. Otherwise, you're just a sucker paying the bank for your own rewards. Even today, there are secret levels where only cash works. Think about your local farmer's market, food trucks, or a school bake sale. They don't take cards. In countries like Japan, tons of the best restaurants are cash only. In Europe, small hotels will even give you a discount for paying with paper money. So here's a pro gamer move. Always keep a secret $100 stash in your wallet. It will save you from so many awkward moments. Here's another mind trick. If you're tempted to buy something small and dumb, force yourself to break a large bill like a $20 or $100. The psychological pain of destroying a big bill for a candy bar is often enough to make you stop. Cash isn't just for emergencies, it's a weapon. Just like some places are cash only, there are boss levels where a credit card is your only weapon. You literally cannot rent a car or check into a hotel without one. They need to put a hold of a few $100s on a card for damages. If you use a debit card, that's your actual cash being frozen. With a credit card, it's the bank's money, not yours. This is a huge deal for your cash flow. And obviously, you can't mail cash to Amazon. But here's the biggest reason. consumer protection. When you book flights or a vacation, using a credit card protects you. In some countries, if the airline goes bankrupt, the credit card company is legally required to give you a full refund. Cash can't do that. For any big purchase, credit is the only smart and responsible choice. It's not about spending, it's about protecting your investment. You know, I used to think cash was for old people and credit was for winners. I was completely wrong. The real financial winners pick the tool that matches their brain. It's not about being on team cash or team credit. It's about knowing your own cheat codes. If you know you have zero self-control, you need the friction of cash. That little sting of pain is your financial bodyguard. It's not weak to admit that, it's smart. But if you are incredibly disciplined and track everything, then you should be harvesting every last point and perk from credit cards. The rewards and protections are insane. The goal isn't to be right, it's to win. Because one tiny $5 latte, paid for with the wrong method, can compound over time and cost you thousands of dollars. It all starts with knowing yourself. So, what's the final verdict? Cash or credit? Here it is. Cash is your personal bodyguard that slaps junk food out of your hand. Credit is your rich best friend that pays you for being responsible. And debit is the reliable sidekick for people who want convenience but are terrified of debt. Use cash when you need to be saved from yourself. Use credit when you want insane perks and protection, but only if you pay it off in full. And use debit when you just want a simple way to pay without the temptation to borrow. It's about picking the tool that helps you win. Your entire financial future is being built right now with every single purchase you make. Make them count. If this video saved you from even one $50 impulse buy, do me a favor and smash that like button and share it with a friend who is terrible with money. And comment below, what is the one thing you refuse to put on a credit card? I'm pinning the funniest answer. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell because you do not want to miss next week's video where I show you how to turn your daily coffee into a free vacation using nothing but rewards points. You will not believe how easy this is.